Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I'm going to go to A&E today. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who it's going to be.
Paediatric trauma call, 15 minutes.
Code red, helipad response.
You're having a heart attack.
We want to be in and out of scan in the next 10 minutes.
I can't feel any pulse.
A&E reception, can I help you? Yeah, 24 hours, 7 days a week. I love that question. What's your opening hours?
St George's, London, one of the busiest and most advanced A&E departments in the world.
Beautiful. It's as if we've done it before.
We are there when awful things happen to pick up the pieces.
We have a 2-year-old who's kicked like a horse.
We see the unpredictableness of what happens in life, and we're suddenly having to explain why it's gone wrong.
I can't feel my left leg.
You'll be okay.
A place where life
A&E selfie!
Down below. Too slow.
love
Such a big boy. So proud of you.
and loss
I'm still here.
unfold every single day.
So we don't shake hands at this hospital, we fist bump. Can I have a fist bump?
All the patients you're about to see were treated in just one 24-hour period.
Hello, darling.
You genuinely do see the best of people in this job. You'll see strangers rushing to the aid of someone they've never met. You just see things that make you realise just how important the people in your life are and the people around you are.
Is it helping?
Any pain here?
So we're going to give you something to help with the pain.
Are you going to stick needles in me?
You'll be okay. Everybody responds to pain in a different way.
Sorry.
Some people are more dramatic, other people are more stoical.
Can you wriggle it slightly?
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Very, very slightly.
There's nothing better than having family or someone you really trust by your side. I'd like to think I've got quite a high pain threshold. Women do, don't they?
Junior Dr. Jenna is training at St George's.
I did want to be an astronaut at one point, but my father's a surgeon, brother's a doctor, my mum is a nurse, my grandma a midwife, my grandpa's a dentist. So it's in the blood.
Oh, no. Nurse.
How's your pain?
About 7.
Do you like some more pain relief?
Yeah, I would do, please.
My parents were quite strict about us being ill. We'd always try to pull a sickie, but it was certainly, you know, chin up, get on with it.
Oh, yeah.
A&E St George's. Okay.
A 10-year-old boy is being rushed to St George's after severing his finger on a metal fence at school.
Paediatric priority, ETA, 5 minutes.
We need anaesthetics and we need plastics.
We rarely see amputations. The main things we're worried about in them is blood loss, the patient's pain, and whether or not we can salvage the limb.
The boy's mother was called to his school and is accompanying him in the ambulance.
I remember thinking, oh my God, we are part of a trauma call. Although I'm a nurse, it's still quite scary when it's your own child.
After the accident, school teachers immediately covered the boy's hand and put the finger on ice.
Hello. Just get him over first.
You've done really well.
Can you come over a wee bit more for us, Josh? Cracking. Pleased to meet you, by the way. My name's Will. Just rest your hand up there, and we're going to have a wee listen to what's happened to you.
Josh, you're a 10-year-old playing in the playground with friends. He's climbed a metal spiked fence and has injured his little finger on his left hand. Unsure of blood loss, but there is said to have been a significant amount. Unaware of the full extent.
Do you want to come in, Mum? Mum.
So we give some intranasal fentanyl?
Yes.
And what I need you to do is sniff. I'm going to put it up your nose, OK?
Right up the nose.
Only in a little bit.
Will it hurt?
No.
It'll help with the pain in your finger.
Good boy. Lovely. Well done.
Brilliant.
I swallowed that.
That's OK.
That might make
That's
you feel
okay.
a little bit dizzy. Have you hurt yourself anywhere else?
No.
Just your fingers.
I feel dizzy and weird,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
He doesn't know his finger.
He just thinks he's cut it.
Josh's mum, Jane, has kept the full extent of the injury from him.
Your heart always sinks when you get the phone call from a school. And I remember them saying that Josh had hurt his hand and they thought I should be there. I thought in my head, we'll probably have to get an x-ray somewhere. And then my phone rang again. It was school again to say, are you on your way? And I was like, yeah, why? And I said, is there an ambulance coming? And they said, yes. So that was it. I was like, oh my God. So drove very quickly. I ran into the school office and the deputy head, and she was covered in blood. In the corner of my eye, I could see someone bagging the finger up and putting it in the bowl, and a lot of blood.
So we're going to give you some more painkillers, and then we need to have a look at your finger.
Okay, as long as
Okay.
you don't touch it.
We might have to have a little conversation about the injury to your finger, okay?
Okay, as long as I can get a look at it.
No, you don't need to look at it, darling. No,
You can look away.
That's our job. It was quite surreal because he didn't know. He knew he'd hurt his hand. He's like, oh, Mum, I've cut my hand. But he was so upbeat, it was easy to go along with it.
He's going to need to know. And it's whether you think he's better off knowing now, whether you think temperamentally he'll handle that, or whether you think it's better off waiting.
I mean, the chance of reattaching is...
We'll see what they say, because it's a mucky cut.
I didn't want him to hear the word amputation. I wanted him to be protected from it for as long as possible, in a way.
Mummy, can't feel the end of my thing.
I can take a picture of you now.
You posing for a photograph?
I was getting, yes, his children want to. Yes, go on. Brilliant.
You're practicing for Wimbledon, were you?
Yes. We do feel a bit stupid sitting here in our tennis white. Come on. Maybe we're just too old. Maybe we should take up bridge or something.
It's been almost 15 minutes since 10-year-old Josh arrived in Resus after severing his little finger at school. Paediatric consultant Reese has been called to assess the injury.
What's the story? He doesn't know. And his mum's nurse, who doesn't want him to know at the moment. She wants to see. Yeah. So we're going to have to negotiate that tricky little.
Lovely.
How you doing? My name's Reese. What's your
Hi.
name?
Joshua.
Joshua.
My voice sounds weird.
It does sound weird, doesn't it?
That lovely fentanyl, isn't it?
Take him round for some x-rays.
The X-ray will help doctors determine the likelihood of reattaching Josh's finger.
Well, you've missed a bit of school then, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got out early.
Yep. It's not the best way, though.
So how does he not know? Shock.
Yes. Or somebody's covered it up. And his mum wants to see whether plastics want to try and put it back first.
Oh, whether they're going to do an amputation or not. Once we're happy that, you know, life is sort of safe, then we can try and make that effort to reattach that limb. But I'm surprised how often we hear people say, I've got the bit of tissue that needs to be stuck back on. We're complex beings, and it's not like you can't just sew it back on and everything's going to be fine.
All right, Joshua, hello there.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Badly.
I'm going to do 2 pictures of this hand.
He is very, very sporty. He's a goalie. That's what he does. He was the school goalie and really good at it. Always on the sports field with his friends every break time. He thought it'd be cool to do pull-ups on this fence. Yeah, that's where it went a bit wrong. He's always been quite a sensitive little boy. He's just had to grow up a bit quicker than other children. But his dad, we're not together anymore. We still live in the family home. For all the horrible bits and the hard work bits and the sleepless nights, I get the best bits as well. I get the cuddles and I get the, you know, the little notes in your pillow, Mummy, I love you, and just little things like that.
Now, Joshua, I'm going to have a really quick look at your pictures, OK?
I'm not looking at them.
You don't have to look at them, mate. That's not a problem. Shall we pop your hand back up again? You're doing really well holding that up there.
It's really great.
I know, it's horrible, isn't it? But it's fine, OK? They're going to fix it.
Josh is moved to a paediatric bay whilst doctors await the results of his X-ray.
You know the front garden wall? Yeah, I was jumping over that and I just tripped, fell flat on my chin. I now can't talk and look like Father Christmas.
I just need to get
Oh, so do it because it's shorts, because...
Oh,
good gosh.
I went to the loo and I can't put my zip up with one hand. I've got pants underneath, so don't worry.
Right, I'm going back under there. St. George's? Okay, go ahead.
A 74-year-old woman is being brought to St. George's after falling at home.
Adult priority call, 5 minutes.
The majority of our patients are elderly, and I think that with age, losing their independence, it's a huge worry. It is more difficult for them to want to come to A&E or possibly trust us.
You'll need to get you across onto here. There we go.
Keep coming, my dear. Need you over on the middle of the bed if you can.
Oh.
Keep coming.
Is this American accent or what?
Scotland.
It isn't, is it?
Yep.
You don't sound like a wee Scot. I love Scotland.
Right. So what's the story, guys?
Maggie's gone to walk. She's rolled over on her left ankle and fallen backward, also hit her head in the process.
Maggie was born visually impaired and has been brought in from her flat in supported housing.
Get her in a second.
Is there any pain there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about on this side?
It's not so bad on that side, but it's still paining.
Just still tip, yeah.
More,
How are you feeling? Thank you.
I'm feeling... Oh, this is only a joke. With me, Angela.
Oh, try not to move your leg.
You brought your sense of humour today, I like that.
Keep that leg still for us.
She's not coming home because she can't walk. That's a bit of a bore.
Maggie's neighbour Natalie, who is also visually impaired, has accompanied her to A&E.
Prepare to slide.
Hey. Crack in.
Me and Maggie were in her flat, pottering around, and she just suddenly went, bang. I called out and I was like, what are you doing, Mags? And she was like, oh, don't worry about it, I've just fallen on the floor. And I thought, oh, my days.
So did you slip and twist your leg? You didn't black out? You didn't have any pains in your chest?
Oh, bless you.
Sorry, pardon me.
Are you allergic to me?
No, just work.
I like that. So you're the doctor then, are you?
Yeah, I think so.
Cracking.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to give you some fluids.
Yeah.
Just because you've had this injury. And we're going to get you around for some x-rays, OK?
Where's my friend? Nat.
She's just in the waiting room, the relatives room there, until we get you all sorted out.
Hello, Nat.
Oh, she won't be able to hear you. It's
Oh, what a shame.
thick wall.
It must be sick. Bit like me then, isn't it?
How long have you known Natalie for then?
Well, it's a bit of a history.
Yeah.
I liked Maggie from day one, but she didn't like me. She did absolutely everything in her power to put me off. I won't say she was horrible, but she did what she had to do to be civil rather than being nice. I saw through it and I ignored it. I wanted to be a friend, so I decided I was going to be persistent, and I wasn't going to go away. I was going to be like one of those bed bugs and just keep bugging her until she gave in.
I couldn't stand her. And I really didn't want her around me. And yeah, she stuck to me like a sort of, you know, a bit of sticky tape or something.
Maggie, the porters are going to come round and take you for an x-ray of that leg to see what's going on.
Right.
OK? See how the bones look underneath.
Here we are.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you so much.
Cracking.
What do they think you've done to it?
Broken it, I think.
Oh, no.
Who's that gentleman now?
This is our porter, Terry. He's going to bring you
Well,
on
he's
your
handsome,
X-ray.
and he's all right. He looks
is handsome,
nice.
isn't he?
Yeah. As far as I can see, I can't see very far. Are you, love? So, come on, let's go.
my days.
We won't be long, Natalie, I don't think.
See you in a
That's
minute,
that.
you. Behave yourself.
Not if I see you first.
Yeah, you behave yourself.
I can't do that. What are they talking about? Me behaving to myself? Oh, what's this, an X-ray? Oh, my goodness, whatever's that monstrosity? Oh, it's anger.
So straight on.
All right, how many you put in there?
He's hold on to everything.
I've got you.
Whoa,
Don't worry, you're
I'm
not
gonna
falling
fall
anywhere.
over.
You're not. You hold on to my
I
hand.
am. I think I might.
Thinking's very dangerous, you know. Leads to ideas.
Ah!
So what's the pain like at the moment?
It's probably about an 8 or a 7, I don't know.
10-year-old Josh has severed his finger. Doctors still don't know whether or not they'll be able to reattach it.
I'm just going to put him there. Has he got a name yet?
No.
No.
I don't normally name my pennies.
Okay. You happy with this?
You could let Sophie name him, Josh.
Who's Sophie?
My girlfriend.
The girlfriend. Girlfriend.
Is it serious?
Yes.
Okay, how long?
4 weeks, maybe?
Sounds pretty serious to me.
He's a bit of a ladies' man.
He has a girlfriend, yeah.
What do you think she likes about you most?
I don't know. I think she saw the way I was nice to girls and I was like relaxed and happy and just nice to them. And I think that's why she likes me.
It's very sweet. He wants to go out for dinner with her. I have to sit at the other side of the restaurant because obviously we've got to pay the bill when they can have their little table for two. And she's very pretty as well, so got a good taste. I haven't told anyone. I haven't told anyone, darling.
Gas,
Because I'm
gas,
with
gas.
you.
Doctors have received the results of Josh's X-ray.
Oh, dear me.
They reveal significant tissue damage. Josh is still unaware of the full extent of his injury.
Sometimes we try and protect children too much, but children are totally intuitive. And a big thing for me is being honest, and I think that's my real approach.
Have you got my X-ray results?
Yeah, we've had a look at the X-ray.
Is my pinky cut bad?
It doesn't look well.
Is it broken?
No.
I'm missing a bit of my finger.
A little bit, yeah.
Don't like it.
All right.
Absolutely fine. That's why we came here.
It was all
to look after you. It's absolutely fine. Come on.
Let's give you some pain relief, shall we? Yeah?
Josh?
You are brilliant.
It's scary, baby.
It's scary. It is scary. I just remember thinking, okay, it's even more real now that it's not just my secret. He knows, and you can't cry because you've got to be the strong one. If he can see me looking strong and fine and smiling, then hopefully he feels a bit better about it.
How much is there missing of my pinky?
The first bit is still there, but it's just the second two bits that have gone. Is that what it feels like?
No.
It feels like it's there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, the body knows how to make you cope so that you can carry on and deal with it.
Be as brave as you are.
You're doing so well, you realise that? Oh, mate.
I just want to lose my finger for the rest of my life.
Okay, we're going to do everything that we can to fix your finger, all right?
Hello.
Is that the medication or what? It's making you going a bit.
Stonemason Guido has come to A&E after dropping an 80-kilo marble slab on his hand.
You're gonna see it. Do you wanna see it?
I'm not sure, to be honest, because I think it's worse than you telling me.
His wife Dina drove him to St George's.
He called me. I did a little cut on my finger. There was the warts. And for some reason, I just had this feeling that something wasn't right.
Can I have a quick look at the X-ray? The tip of the bone is exposed.
Jesus Christ, kid.
You know the bit that you have in here?
It's not useful.
No. So what we will have to do is basically terminalization, pull up a bit of the skin and round it.
So his nail is gonna grow?
Unfortunately, no.
And it's just a little cut.
You will be able to move it and hold things. That's the most important function. It could have been worse. It really could have been worse. Okay?
Didn't look that bad.
I don't know what to say. I'm so shocked. Tell me it's just a little cut.
It was.
can't really believe what you tell me. If I trust that person to be father of my children, I have to trust him with everything else. Probably they're saying, oh yeah, you know, I live in another century or something, but for me, it worked that way.
Okay, I'm back now. Sorry for... What's all this?
Just for one little finger. The tip of your finger, eh?
Oh my God.
Guido's wound needs cleaning under local anaesthetic.
The injection is slightly painful.
So no, you can't cry.
Why?
So I'm just saying, of course you can cry.
Can I?
Of course.
How would you describe your relationship?
I'm the boss. Gonna hold my hand?
If you want to.
I grew up with my mother and just the both of us. So I had my mother as the male and the female figure for me. And probably that's why I'm like that as well. Do you want to hold my hand?
Sorry, go. No, it's fine.
I know probably sometimes he doesn't like it and he must thinking like whatever he thinks about me. We do have our ups and downs, obviously, where I make sure that I win.
When you're ready, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm in. Good. I'm gonna push.
You sure you don't want to hold my hand?
I'm halfway through now.
Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe.
Nearly there. And I'm out.
I think I even got dizzy just to look at you.
Well, I'm not planning on staying overnight.
Just in case they want you to stay to amputate your leg. So you've got fresh breath.
Oh, me look, oh, me thought.
74-year-old Maggie is waiting to return to resus after having her ankle x-rayed.
You have to laugh, don't you?
Laughter's the best medicine, isn't it?
What, love?
Laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, any time. When I was a baby, I couldn't see at all. So I went to school as a 2-year-old. I was brought up in a convent for blind and partially sighted. Sister Margaret was my mum, as I called her, because she brought me up. My poor old mum couldn't cope. Sisters, you know, nuns, they work you to a frazzle, really. They were strict in the convent, but that's the way I liked it. The sisters weren't there to love you. They were there to teach and to educate you and make you independent. I just started getting a bit of sight back. So I remember they gave us a really good Christmas party. When Father Christmas came to the Christmas party, I screamed at him because I was scared. But sort of got used to it. I knew that I had to get through it. Hello, Nat. Oh, love, I'm sorry you've been waiting.
There's a big gap there, and there's a chunk missing here, and it's gone round the back. The soft tissues will be devastated.
Doctors have received the results of Maggie's x-ray.
Now what we're trying to do is just to realign it and hold it
Temporary
there.
plaster
And then,
aligned.
Okay. So Maggie, x-rays are back and it looks like you have fractured your ankle, I'm afraid. Ow. On both sides. So we're going to have to put it back in alignment.
That's scary, isn't it?
A little bit.
All right, sweetheart.
You'll be okay.
What's your name, Doc?
My name's Jenna.
Jenna, I like that.
You're a
This
doctor,
is-
are you? I'm a doctor.
Isn't she lovely? And Jenna, Natalie and Maggie Scatty, we are.
Scatty Maggie.
Nutty
yeah.
Nutty and Scatty
Nutty
Maggie.
Nutty and Scatty Maggie.
We come with a public health warning, don't we?
You come with the health warning and I have to pick up the pieces.
You cheeky swine.
What do you see when you imagine Maggie?
I know she's got white hair because she's an albino. I know she hasn't got red eyes because she's had them tattooed, because she told me.
I've had what they call corneal tattoos. So they look a sort of dark bluey colour, not pink. So you see, you're not the only ones that have got your tattoos. If you've got them on your body, I've got them in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't want to watch you fall over again, Maggie.
Neither do I.
Maggie, how will you manage, though?
I'll have to, Natalie, because...
Yeah, but you can barely walk with 2 legs, never mind 1.
Oh, now that's an exaggeration.
No,
now.
I mean, you yourself said to me, to quote your phrase, I'm not walking, I'm shuffling.
I've got my walker. Watch me.
It could almost be like having a second mum. She's like 74 and I'm 47. She's someone that's there that I can kind of talk to, share with, maybe sit and listen to some music with. Maggie plays the guitar and she plays the keyboard. I love her to bits and I certainly wouldn't be without her.
Oh, dear. Now what's this?
This is plaster trolley.
Oh, you're going to plaster me up, are you, love?
The orthopaedic doctor's going to have a look at it and then, yeah, we'll...
That's my cue.
Oh,
Hello.
Hiya.
Got it.
Are you a doctor?
I am. I'm an orthopaedic surgeon. I'm a bone doctor.
Oh, right. Hey, watch your bones now.
Oh.
It's my bones he's after, though.
I'm going to let you keep them, but I'm just going to make them straight again.
Well, we'll have to go into surgery, or what?
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in hospital.
I think the people with disabilities that come into A&E have lots of other obstacles to overcome. Maybe had a childhood where they spent a lot of time in hospital and haven't got particularly good memories of that or particularly good experiences. I can imagine as a blind person it would be terrifying with all the beeps, people possibly screaming. I think the closest that we could get to experiencing that is being blindfolded and walking into A&E and seeing how we'd fare, and probably not very well.
We'll let you go as soon as we can, but as it is, you've broken your ankle quite badly, and it's not going to do well without an operation, realistically.
Oh, is it not? Damn.
We need to temporarily put it back with a plaster now, wait for the swelling to go down, then we'll do an operation where we put those arches back and then use metalwork to hold them there.
Oh, you're clever.
As a visually impaired person, you have to trust people every day of your life. But that's hard sometimes. You go through a lot when you're disabled, a lot that you shouldn't have to. My daughter, I actually ended up having to force her to go to school on her own because she was being bullied because of me, because I was coming in and dropping her off and I was visually impaired. I play the flute, I'm a busker. And the kids used to take money out of my dish and then go bragging to her about how much they'd nicked off me. Maggie had fire thrown at her. She had bricks thrown at her. She's been kicked and punched as well. So I'm determined I'm not going to let the bastards win, I'm sorry, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the bullies can go to hell and stay there. I'll try and do the right thing, and I'll try and be upright and honest and do what I should and what I can for others.
You're gonna be okay seated like this?
Well, what's the easiest for you?
Seated is the easiest, but if you feel faint, then we can lie you down. I'll move the bed.
Doctors have decided that Guido's finger will need an operation to close the wound. He's been given a temporary dressing before he comes back for surgery.
Have you seen it?
No. Oh my God. Oh my God, Guido. How could you tell me there was just a little cut?
Yes.
You joking? I can't believe you lied to me. Jesus Christ, Guido. I can't. It's gonna take us a while to get used to that finger now.
Yes.
I knew this person when I grew up that he didn't have half of his finger. I came from a small village, and people, they tend to go, oh, hello, and, you know, do things like that. And I say, I don't want that person to say hello to me, so you won't touch my arm or anything, because it was really scary, that finger. I wouldn't like Guido to look like that. Not because I would love him less. It would remind me that person when I was a child, that I was scared. But this is bad. At the end of the day, he's a person. I shouldn't feel or think that way.
Is it hurting?
I'll give you some painkillers because it will.
Nice.
I still don't believe that you told me it was just a cut.
It's a cut.
You should tell me the truth, because then I would be so shocked.
That's small.
I'm not going to sleep with you today.
No.
Oh,
No.
yes.
This is really painful.
I know, sweetheart. I can imagine.
Josh's mum, Jane, is waiting to hear if doctors will attempt to reattach his finger.
If this happened to you, would you be crying?
Definitely.
100%. I qualified in '99 as a nurse. I worked on the wards for 2 years, but I always enjoyed taking people to theatre, and I'd always be sort of looking through the door to see if I could see what was going on. And the theatre manager said, come down and watch. So I watched possibly one of the biggest surgeries they ever did and loved it. So I changed my career path, and today I'm a theatre nurse.
The gas is quite nice.
I tell you what, you've had a lot of that.
So I'm definitely having a sleep over here.
Oh, yes. Definitely one.
With the knowledge that I have, surgery doesn't frighten me. I don't know if I've got rose kind of tinted glasses on the whole thing, but I trust doctors are going to do their best and fix it.
Plastic surgeons have studied Josh's X-ray and must now brief his mum on the operation.
So I've seen the photo and obviously seen the X-rays. It's probably an 8-hour operation.
8 hours? Holy moly.
Okay, so it's a big operation. The risk is that even if we can save the finger, he may have a stiff, not very functional finger. All right. You know, we'll do what we can, see if we can save it, but warn you that if it doesn't look like that finger's going to survive, then we may need to, as I say, shorten the finger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having to sign that consent form was horrible because he trusted me that, you know, I'd make it okay in a way. In my own heart, I was, you know, this wasn't okay, and it could be that we don't have a finger.
Oi, no crying.
Well, no, crying's allowed in this place.
Yeah, I only cried a little bit.
Get the crying out now so you don't store it up.
If it didn't work, then it was solely on my shoulders. There were lots of white lies, but I don't want to go into sleep thinking I'm not going to have a finger. I want him to go to sleep thinking, yeah, you know, I will be able to be a goalkeeper again.
Don't you let me suffer. If you can help it, will you?
No, you won't suffer.
Thank you.
You'll be in a very happy place.
After fracturing her ankle in a fall, doctors are now preparing to reset Maggie's foot.
Oxygen mask coming over your face. That's just giving you extra fresh air as you get sleepy, all right?
All right.
You might start to feel like you've had a G&T. Ice and a slice.
What have we got for dinner? That's what I want to know.
That's extra. Yeah. How are you getting on there?
All right. Oh, his feet are
A bit groggy, yeah?
Yeah.
From what I've heard of her life, she's tried to trust people and then they've let her down by the people who really should have stepped up to the mark. Things happen that no child should go through.
If you were to sort of sum up your life, how would you sum it up?
Varied. Interesting. But it's taught me a lot. It has been a hard life.
That's it. Give me a hand a squeeze. That's it. Well done. Give me a hand a squeeze.
Did it ever bother you that you weren't at home?
No.
Oh, it's going to stop hurting in a second.
I hated going home. Mum couldn't cope with her. She wasn't well. She'd had 6 kids. She'd lost 2. We lost our brother Stephen, and one of them the girl was stillborn. So she had it rough. Yeah, that's it.
Only get my hand, just keep squeezing my hand. You're all right. You're all right. You're okay.
Mum said to me one day, I was never happy and you're not going to be. She said when I was a baby, the doctor told her to pray for God to take me because I would be mental and blind and never any good to anybody.
Maggie, hold my hand. That's it. There we go. There we go.
I had to get out, so I cleared off and went back to my old school and worked there. I was Margaret the maid. I just skivvied. I started at 6:30 in the morning, and it went right through till 8 o'clock at night. And you know, you've got 10-15 minutes for your lunch breaks and your dinner breaks and that. It was hard, but you kept going. After that, I was on my own. I was always going on these guilt trips. That was the way I was made feel all my life, you see. I was forever trying to take my life. And I wanted to as well. It took me a long time to get through these guilt trips, because it was all false guilt, but I didn't realise that at the time.
It's done now.
Mags, I'm back here. They've done your leg.
Everything goes.
You'll probably forget that we've done it in a minute.
Just filthy. La la la.
Your knee
I
is
can't
exposed.
see anything.
No, I know.
No, that's
You've got
right.
your eyes closed, darling. You've got your eyes closed.
Oh, have I?
Open your eyes. Can you see a bit more now they're open?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Why don't you get going, Natalie, and leave me in some
because I need to see where you're going, sweetheart.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's fine. But I want to go with you to see that you're settled and you're sorted.
Thank you so much. Give me a hand, love.
Hang on. I'm here.
Oh, I love you, Nat. I mean, this has brought me closer than ever.
Eh?
I feel a bit emotional, you know, about it all, because you've been very good.
Well, I think you kind of learn. If you get put in the situation, you just do. It's like I said.
No, I don't mean like that. It's your friendship that's valuable. I get very low sometimes. It took me a long time to learn to love myself. I couldn't understand what anybody saw in me because I couldn't like myself, let alone anybody else. She's given me a lot, really, Natalie. I value her because she's real. Do you know what I mean? She's genuine. She's... What you see is what you get with Nat.
I hope I give her some kind of stability. You know, she's tried to trust people and then they've let her down. And just show her that, you know, there are people out there who will treat you properly. It's just that you haven't always found them.
I've made a perfect boy. And he's got to nearly 11, and all of a sudden, he's not perfect, you know. It was his left hand. How's he going to be at school? How's he going to write? For me, I didn't want him bullied because his hand would look different. Those sorts of things are very important, aren't they? When you're a teenager, you don't want to be different. I didn't want that for him. I just want him to be a normal boy, covered in mud, playing football and, you know, having fun.
It was really rare it would actually work. I was like, am I gonna lose my finger forever? That's my finger and scar. Quite gruesome, but it's quite cool. I like it. Wiggle.
We've been given a second chance, and he has to respect that. You know, there's a lot of time and effort gone into that finger. He still wants to have a trampolining party for his birthday, and I've said absolutely no way. Maybe next year.
I can still feel, I can feel it scratching again.
At least you got your eyes open though.
Aye,
Grant, working on his BMW, rolled forward and crushed him against a brick wall.
I didn't know what sort of state he would be in. I didn't know whether he would be paralysed.
His legs were splayed open at sea.
To Grant, it would be the end of the world. That's all right.